Welcome. Can you hear me? Welcome. What a wonderful day. Mine was 35 years ago. I'd like to welcome you all to the 2016 College of Medicine graduation ceremony. To begin the College of Medicine ceremony today, please stand as a class of 2016 student, Caitlin Jennifer McFarland, leads us in singing of the hymn, America the Beautiful. You will find the words in your program.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for patriot dream that sees beyond the years, thine alabaster cities gleam undimmed by human tears. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Thank you, Caitlin. That was beautiful. Please be seated. The commencement ceremony for the class of 2016 at the University of Vermont College of Medicine will be presided over by Dean Frederick Morin. Dean Morin.
Thank you, Bruce. Good afternoon, and a warm welcome to all of our graduates, their families and friends who have joined us on this very auspicious and special day. It's my honor to welcome to the platform the University President Thomas Sullivan and Dr. John Brumstead, President and CEO of the University of Vermont Health Network. I'm also so pleased to have with us today student trustee Soraya Thura and UVM Medical Group President Dr. Claude Deschamps and newly minted University Distinguished Professor Dr. Ralph Budd. Thank you, and welcome to our distinguished faculty and department chairs that have joined us today, also our staff and our alumni who are with us. I want to give a special welcome to honorary degree recipients Dr. William and Vi Luganbuehl, who have double the joy today as they're welcoming a new physician into their family. Dr. Luganbuehl and his wife Viola were the power couple here in Vermont when Dr. Luganbuehl was the Dean of the College of Medicine for over 20 years. And he moved the College of Medicine forward in ways which we all benefit from today. It's a privilege to be celebrating this wonderful occasion with them. All of us gathered here today to celebrate the culmination of 4 years of hard work and the beginning of a new chapter in the lives of our graduates. Members of the class of 2016, it's a big day for each of you. Today, you graduate from the University of Vermont College of Medicine and become doctors in the eyes of the world. It may take a little longer for that change to occur in your own eyes. Your journey to this juncture has required hard work, dedication, and sacrifice, and I am proud of each of you. Today is also a big day for the College of Medicine. Today, we send you out into the world. You are the principal reason we exist as an institution. You are our legacy and the most important contribution we make to the world of medicine. Today is also a big day for your family and friends. As we celebrate this milestone, we must not forget to thank those who have played an important role in your journey. Behind each of you are parents, grandparents, spouses, partners, children, friends, and extended families who have supported and encouraged you each step of your way. You will continue to need that support and encouragement as you pursue your residencies. So I'd like to ask the graduates to stand, turn, and give a round of applause to your families and friends to thank them for their love and support. Today, you are joining an extraordinary group of individuals who graduated before you, the alumni of our college. These outstanding physicians, scientists, and leaders carry on our tradition of excellence. As you join that elite group, you extend our campus beyond its physical borders, caring for patients and families, sharing your time and expertise with medical students and residents, conducting research to expand our understanding of disease and wellness, and making a difference in your communities, just as you have made a difference in ours. As you begin this next phase of your journey, I wish you well. I encourage you to continue to learn, to accept responsibility, to be confident, to be committed, and to be compassionate. You and your patients deserve no less. Now, it is my honor and great pleasure to invite my friend and colleague, the President and Chief Executive Officer of the University of Vermont Health Network and Professor of Obstetrics, Gynecology, and Reproductive Sciences, Dr. John Brumstead.
Thank you, Dean Morin. Good afternoon. First and foremost, on behalf of the University of Vermont Medical Center, the University of Vermont Health Network, congratulations to you all in the class of 2016. Getting to this moment is tremendous personal and professional accomplishment, and you should take some time, a moment, to revel in it before the next phase. As I look at your faces, and they're very, very young faces, believe me, it strikes me that we're at opposite ends of our professional careers. I've been privileged to deliver congratulations to a number of medical school classes over the years, and today is the first time that I've experienced a twinge, a bit of envy. And the envy isn't based on aging, as you might suspect. It's based on the changes that are occurring in our profession and the new and exciting opportunities that these changes present. The University of Vermont Health Network has a vision that by working together, we improve people's lives. The beginning of this phrase, working together, is where the opportunities lie, in my view. You've all experienced working together in team-based learning in your classes, and there's been a lot of focus during your clerkships on working in multidisciplinary teams. And as you progress in your training, you will undoubtedly continue to gain experience working with clinicians of all types in your programs and across disciplines, inside and outside of your home institutions. But consider where all of this is going. As a profession, as we shift our focus to improve the health of the population, a whole new world of opportunities opens up for us. You'll be called upon to ensure that your patients are housed, clothed, and fed with the same importance as controlling the disease process. We've come to expect advances and innovation in basic sciences and technology. In the coming years, I believe there will be equal innovation in how care is delivered, in the constellation of people, programs, and organizations that are brought together to keep people healthy. As physicians, we've long been interested in social justice. However, in the reformed healthcare system, being a leader and coordinator, bringing traditional healthcare delivery together with community-based social net service organizations will be an important role that we can play and a tremendous amount of value that you will add to the health of the population. So those are my words of wisdom. If you're matched at one of our programs here at the University of Vermont Medical Center, right on, we're looking forward to continuing our relationship and turning you into spectacular clinicians. If you're moving on, when you complete your training, remember your great experiences here and the unique way of being in Vermont in the North Country. And when you wake up and realize you need to be back here, we'll welcome you with open arms. Congratulations again. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you, John. It is now my honor and great pleasure to introduce the University of Vermont President, Thomas Sullivan, an outstanding leader and a great champion for the mission of our university and our college in service to our community, state, and nation. Please join me in welcoming him to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Morin. Good afternoon. My, isn't this a happy day at our university, particularly this afternoon with our College of Medicine graduates. Greetings, graduates, your family, your friends, and alumni back on campus for this special occasion. You join us today on the 225th anniversary year of the founding of the University of Vermont. Congratulations to the class of 2016 on your significant and life-changing accomplishments. I'm honored to join you for this celebration today and to have the opportunity to thank you for your many contributions over these past 4 years. As medical students, you have given your considerable talents, your intellectual abilities, your technical skills, and yes, a lot of hard work to this college, to our university, and to these communities in Vermont. You have cared for patients, advanced our research mission, and brought prestige to the institution through your tireless efforts in the classroom, in the clinics, and in our medical center. You also have reached out broadly to help a lot of young people in Vermont get excited about medicine and science through Girls Science Discovery Day, through Smiles Docs, and through many service organizations here in the College of Medicine. Dating back almost 200 years, this university has stood for a strong foundation of innovation and excellence in medical education and research. With your faculty and this very dedicated staff of the College of Medicine and our University of Vermont Medical Center, you have worked to continuously improve upon the high quality of education, research, and clinical patient care, for which this university and our medical center is so well known. Your work has advanced us, your college, nationally and internationally. couple of examples, I think, underscore significantly how really engaged you have been, well beyond the classroom or the labs or the clinics. For example, 8 of your public health projects were presented at the American Public Health Association conference in New Orleans in 2014. 10 of you developed and implemented the New Hampshire-Vermont Fellows Public Service Project. And many of you have received rewards, gained national attention, and have published in very important, prestigious journals, recognizing your talents, your intellect, and your contributions so early in your career. So, as you will soon begin your residencies, with many of you training in primary care, 42 of you, 13 of you in emergency medicine, and 13 of you in surgical specialties, among many, many other fields. At such prestigious universities at Yale and Harvard and Brown and Dartmouth and NYU and UCLA and Johns Hopkins and so many more, I won't list them all. As accomplished students gifted in the medical science, you've had many choices in choosing professions, yet you chose this deeply challenging work to help people and to make this world a better place. There is a relatively new book out that I hope you have a chance to read, if not already have. It's entitled Being Mortal, Medicine and What Matters in the End. Please bear with me because I want to quote at some length from it, because I think it has so much to say about the journey that you're about to go on. Quote, "You become a doctor for what you imagine to be the satisfaction of work, and that turns out to be the satisfaction of competence. This comes partly from your want to help others, but it also comes from being technically skilled and able to solve difficult, intractable problems. Your competency gives you a secure sense of identity. For a clinician," he goes on to say, "there is nothing more threatening to who you think you are than a patient with a problem that you cannot solve." He notes, "There's no escaping the tragedy of life, which is that we're all getting older from the very day we are born. One may even come to the understanding and accept this fact." But he goes on to make this very important point. Being mortal is about the struggle to cope with the constraints of our biology, with the limits of our genes and cells, and our flesh and our bones. Medical science has given us remarkable power to push those limits. But again and again, the author says, "I have seen the damage we in medicine do when we fail to acknowledge that such power is finite and always will be." The author concludes with these comments that follow. Quote, "We've been wrong about our jobs in medicine. We think our job is to ensure health and survival, but in reality, it's larger than that. It is to enable well-being, and well-being is about the reasons one wishes to be alive. These reasons matter not just at the end of life, but when debility comes, all the way along. Whatever serious illness or injury strikes your body or your mind breaks down, these are the vital questions. What is your understanding of the situation and its potential outcomes? What are your fears? And what are your hopes? What are the trade-offs that you will be willing to make or not make as you treat your patients? And what is the course of action that best serves this understanding? End of quote. Graduates, you have chosen a life of responsibility. And as you go out and embrace upon this critically important work, please also remember the caregivers and the family members who will care for your patients when you're not at their side. They too need your careful listening skills and your reflective communication that you have been trained so well here at the University of Vermont Medical College. In closing, thank you for choosing our university. We are very proud in just a few minutes to call you our alums. We will follow your careers and look forward to the many healing breakthrough accomplishments. And we're going to ask how you're doing on that overall well-being of your patients. Wherever your careers take you, please remember that UVM is your home for a lifetime. Come back often. Our best wishes. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, President Sullivan, for those exceedingly well-chosen words. Now it is my great pleasure to welcome this afternoon's speaker, chosen by the graduating class, Dr. Rochelle Dicker. Dr. Dicker is an internationally known trauma surgeon who has channeled her considerable energy and expertise into preventing violence and providing care for the underserved. She is an associate professor of surgery and anesthesia at the University of California, San Francisco, and is director of the San Francisco Injury Center and co-director of the Center for Global Surgical Studies. In 2005, Dr. Dicker founded the Wraparound Project, aiming to reduce the recurrence of violent injury using risk reduction resources and long-term follow-up care. These efforts have cut the San Francisco injury recidivism rate by 75%. These efforts have been recognized in her award of the Annual Heroes citation in 2013, a UC San Francisco Chancellor's Award for Public Service in 2015, and a Service to Medicine and Community Award by the UVM Medical Alumni Association. It's a great honor to have her here today. Please help me welcome Dr. Rochelle Dicker to the podium.
Thank you for asking me to come here today. What an incredible opportunity. And I want to just start off already by saying congratulations, and I feel your energy. It came back to me after 21 years. I know what it's like to sit there. And so without further ado, I'm going to tell you a couple of stories and just give you a little bit of some suggestions along the way that I've learned since I sat in your chair. It's a great privilege to address you, to come back to this alma mater, the 7th oldest medical school in the country. And, you know, it's a place that has never sacrificed the heart and soul of the country doctor while still preserving and maintaining the aptitude and cutting-edge progress that is the University of Vermont. I'm going to talk to you first about Jamal. Jamal is a 20-year-old man who was shot a couple of blocks from his home in San Francisco. We took him right to the operating room when he arrived on a stretcher. He was transferred onto the operating room table from that stretcher. He needed dozens of transfusions, and after a 4-hour operation, Again, we leaned down and transferred him from the operating room table onto another stretcher and to the ICU. He needed 4 more operations after that. Transfer, lean down, move him, back to CAT scan, back to the ICU. This went on with us leaning down and taking him place to place for weeks. Until I got a call from a nurse on the ward who said, "Dr. Dicker, can you come over to Jamal's room?" And I said, in the standard fashion, "Is it urgent?" And she said, "Actually, he wants to see you." Okay. So I walked over to his room and he was sitting on the side of his bed. And he said, "Dr. D, watch this." And using a walker, he picked his head up and he picked his body up with the help of a medical student and 1 nurse. And he took a couple steps forward. And now it was him who was looking down on that bed and down at us, because it turned out that Jamal was 6'4". Now Jamal is walking the halls proudly and tall at San Francisco State University. I can't tell you how incredible it is and how amazing it is to see a healing patient show off. Hope is an epitome of our profession, and now you get to be the ambassadors of it. Václav Havel, who was a poet and president of the Czech Republic, said that hope is a state of mind, not a state of the world. Either we have hope within us or we don't. It's a dimension of the soul, and it's an ability to work for something because it is good, not just because it will bring us success. My soon-to-be fellow alumni, you're about to enter a field rich with these moments because you have, on this day, earned the trust inherent in that white coat that you started to don as first-year medical students. You will bear witness to amazing moments, and you will not only bear witness, but you'll be an integral part of them, and that's really exciting. There is no doubt that some moments will be very hard, and the moments when patients are getting better are like little gems. Let them wash over you, and you will remain the activist that you are right now in pursuit of health and wellness, and lifelong learners of the art and science of medicine. You can do this only, though, by staying humble and deliberate. In the spirit of delivering the best possible care, I urge you to think holistically and understand that your white coat can make you a great advocate. During your tenure here at the University of Vermont, you've been exposed not only to the anatomic and physiologic basis for health, but you also have perhaps uniquely been exposed to other drivers of health that provide you with a foundation to understand your future patients more comprehensively than we traditionally have done. You see, there's a thread here, and the honors and awards that are yours at the end of this continues that thread. You're in a unique place. Thinking broadly, thinking about healing in a broad term is really important. It brings us the ability to contemplate in an uncertain world of climate change, political instability, even food insecurity in 2016. These global ailments often manifest in a struggle for individual and population health. And it's our job to meet people whenever they come to us. And some of you kindred spirits will go out to them, I have no doubt. I see it in your faces. Explore the opportunities to help individuals and populations. It's not just a white blood cell count that's modifiable. Think about the social determinants of health that gave you here at University of Vermont, that exists right now, and that puts you in a unique place to think broadly about welfare. When you perform a history and physical, not only think about things like, what can I do, what medication can I write, but think broadly. You can't write on a prescription pad that somebody needs housing or that somebody needs a good education, but you do have at your fingertips, if you know your communities, the capacity to play a role in that kind of advocacy and that kind of medicine. I urge you to think that way. There are very few boundaries to what constitutes good medicine as long as we understand those resources available to us and to our patients, both inside and outside the walls of a hospital or clinic. Thinking that way is a deep demonstration of hope. That way of doctoring and healing will certainly bring some very special doctor-patient relationships to your future. Also inherent in that white coat is the ability to be health activists and advocates. We have the capacity to provide a voice for our most vulnerable patients, and thereby we open doors to health and welfare that people who don't right now feel like they have a voice will have that door open for them. Take that role. Go to the laboratory, take on administrative duties at your hospital or university, follow the lead of your mentors, speak out at town hall or Congress, or simply make a call and say, I need this CAT scan now. That's advocacy, it's good medicine, and it's taking leadership. Bring moments that you learn at the bedside that drive you to these places, and the field will truly stay good if you do so. I have one more short story for you. Last Sunday, I was spending my last day of the week as the ICU attending. And I was taking care of Mr. S. He's a young man who loves to play soccer. He's been in our ICU for 3 months. He came from a war-torn country in the Middle East looking for a better life, got really sick. And many, many of us have cared for him over these 3 months. There's almost nobody in the hospital who doesn't know Mr. S. He's actually slowly recovering. And when I rounded on him on Sunday with my medical students and my residents and nurses, he said to me, "What now?" And I said, "I can't help you anymore." And he kind of looked at me funny, as did my medical students. And I said, "You know what, a lot of this now is up to you and that physical therapist who we cajoled to work with you on a Sunday. She's overworked, but take that as an opportunity for you." And so later in the afternoon, when I was dictating my notes, I heard him yelling, and I heard him cursing, and I heard anxiety and frustration. And I walked in his room, and I said, "What's up?" And he just kind of bared down, looked at me, and I said, do you want to play soccer again? And he kind of half smiled. He said, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, well then, work with this really overtired physical therapist. She's the expert now, and so are you. So lift yourself up." And he looked at me and he grabbed my hand. First he said, "Your hand is freezing." And he put it on his forehead and he said, "I like you. You care about me. You believe in me." I have just a couple other comments for you. So as you launch into this almost limitless field, you have to remember your own individual human limits, right? We all do have them. There will be pressure for you to have all the answers, but you won't. Seek others' advice and expertise. A patient doesn't care if you or the endocrinologist or the radiologist or the fabulous nurse practitioner came up with the right solution. But it's up to you, as oftentimes the leaders of these groups, to actually take that and put it in motion. That's good medicine and it's good leadership. You will have to toughen up a little to cope with some of what you see over the years, but don't get too tough, and that is a tough balance. But what's very important is that you will be busy and tired, but you can't forget to teach and learn, and you've got the foundation here for both, I bet. You've probably already started doing a lot of teaching to families, to patients, to medical students who are first and second year. Educate them. Spend the time, and despite all your demands, most importantly, take that moment to focus on the person who has come to see you. It's probably their whole day in some circumstances. And really listen, look away from your computer and make that eye contact. Really listen to them and learn from them. That is the basis of all of medicine, the doctor-patient relationship, no matter what. So today, all these people are assembled here to celebrate your incredible achievements, and you should be incredibly proud. But as has already been mentioned, think about the people in this chapel who have brought you forward and those who aren't here with us today. And don't forget to thank them. I remember my sister putting the mortarboard on my dad's head outside of this chapel after my commencement 21 years ago. My dad was not a giggler, but in that moment he giggled. Make sure you pay attention to the people here behind you. Celebrate your classmates and thank them for studying with you, blowing off steam with you, explaining to you the concept of layering for a hike, or that when it's sunny in February, that doesn't imply that it's hot out and you should take off your pink pants. All those things are going to be very important to remember. And for the 20-plus Californians in this crowd, I know you know what I'm talking about. Hold on to those precious 2016 moments. They'll never leave you. Celebrate your launch from a school that has given you great holistic foundation for what lies ahead. Today, you've earned the right to participate in a field that is rich with hope, and now you're ambassadors and agents for the most basic of human rights, healthcare. May you thrive in the rich moments inherent in our profession and celebrate the chance to do something truly good. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Dicker. At this time, we wish to recognize the 9 members of our faculty who are receiving emeritus status or retiring this year. It is impossible to take the full measure of the contributions they have made over their careers. It was their mission to teach and to learn, to ask questions and to answer them, and to prepare a generation of physicians and scientists to make a difference in the world. All their names are listed on the program, and we are exceedingly grateful for their contributions. I would also like to take this moment to congratulate the faculty and staff who have received awards from the class of 2016, including Foundations Teacher of the Year, Dr. Ellen Black, Clinical Teacher of the Year, Dr. Elise Everett, and the Teaching Department of the Year, Medicine. Their teaching support and mentorship have been invaluable to our students, and all of those honorees are listed in your program. It is now my pleasure to introduce Senior Associate Dean Gordon Jensen to recognize our graduate students who have earned their master's or doctoral degrees in the biomedical sciences while working with faculty mentors in the College of Medicine.
Thank you, Dean Morin. Our graduate students have received rigorous education and training in the biomedical sciences, in program disciplines including biochemistry, microbiology and molecular genetics, pharmacology and public health, as well as interdisciplinary programs including cellular, molecular, and biomedical sciences, neuroscience, and bioengineering. With the advice and guidance of their College of Medicine mentors, they have engaged in work that advances the future of science and medicine. They have already made important contributions to our knowledge, and I'm certain that they will continue to expand our universe of knowledge and understanding going forward. 38 College of Medicine graduate students whose names are listed on today's program received their hoods and diplomas yesterday at the graduate college ceremony. While all of these projects are connected to human health, they range from basic science at the cellular and molecular level to projects that are more directly related to clinical medicine and population health. This breadth of research not only supports our mission to bring hope to patients by advancing medical knowledge through research, it also serves to enrich our medical center campus with a pervasive sense of exploration and discovery. We congratulate all of our graduate students on their accomplishments. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Dr. Jensen. At this time, I would like to invite Associate Dean for Students, Dr. Krista Zale, to share her message with the class of 2016 and introduce the student speaker selected by the class. Krista?
Thank you, Dean Morin, and welcome, distinguished guests, faculty, family, and friends, I am delighted that you have joined us today to celebrate the class of 2016 receiving their Doctor of Medicine degrees. Well, class of 2016, graduation is finally here. Congratulations. In honor of PCR and our beloved Dr. Rosen, let us reflect on our recent journey together. It doesn't seem that long ago that I looked out at your faces in MedEd 200 on August 6th, 2012. I'm not sure any of us knew what to expect that day. It was the first day for both of us. The first day of medical school for most of you, and my first day of orientation as Associate Dean for Students. Looking back over the last 4 years and looking out at all of you today, I am reminded of what we have experienced and how we have changed as a result of these experiences. I am filled with pride on your many accomplishments and have faith in the future of medicine. You are individuals from different backgrounds coming together with some common goals. First, to survive medical school, and more importantly, to learn how to be a great physician. My goals were to survive too, and to help you as students have a positive medical education experience and learn how to take great care of patients. Much like a new student, I was uncertain that I had what it takes, worried about the mistakes I would make, wanting to be the best dean for students. Well, I discovered that medical education leadership is not much different than clinical medicine. It requires unselfish regard for the well-being of others, compassion, being respectful, serving others whose beliefs and values may differ from my own, accepting accountability and responsibility when I made mistakes, being socially responsible, culturally aware, showing humility, and maintaining honor and integrity to myself, others, and the medical profession. We refined these skills together, and these will be skills that you will use throughout your careers. So thank you for educating me and driving my professional development. It is your intellectual curiosity and dedication to helping others that renews my commitment to medical education every day. I will always remember you, my first class, your white coat ceremony, the NMGI flash mob to Dr. Paula Tracy, the outpouring of support for a classmate experiencing academic difficulty, the Hunger Games Osler video, your Step 1 success while I was on maternity leave, your clerkship challenges, the joy of realizing your career aspirations, and this year's amazing match day. We are all different because of our experiences here at the University of Vermont College of Medicine. Your core values likely have not changed, however, your perspective probably has. The people you have met, the patients you have served, the teachers you have learned from, your experiences have changed you, and it is this new perspective that you will bring forward with you into your postgraduate training. You finally have a job and a job to do, so go on. Get out there into the world and serve patients. After all, that is why you are here. I am honored to have you join me as a fellow UVM College of Medicine alum, and despite our parting ways today, encourage you to stay connected with us, with classmates, mentors, family, and friends. You will need and want that continued support throughout your career. So mark your calendars for June 12th, 2021, because I expect to see most, if not all of you, at reunion. Congratulations and best wishes on this special day. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce Megan Wetzel, a member of the class of 2016 who was selected as this year's student commencement speaker. Ms. Wetzel was born in South Korea and grew up in Minnesota. She then attended the University of Pittsburgh for college, receiving a Bachelor of Philosophy degree, summa cum laude, in Natural Sciences from the Honors College in 2010. She also attended the University of Pittsburgh School of Public Health, obtaining a Master's of Public Health degree from the Behavioral and Community Health Sciences Department in 2011. Her graduate work focused on minority health and health disparities, resulting in her thesis titled Social Support and Distress in African American Mothers. Ms. Wetzel has demonstrated academic and clinical excellence and is described as a gifted scholar and an effective teacher. She has been a valued and trusted tutor for our junior medical students and is known for her wonderful personality and sense of humor. Next month, she will begin her transitional year at the University of South Dakota before joining the dermatology residency program at the University of Louisville School of Medicine in Kentucky the following year. Please welcome soon-to-be Dr. Megan Wetzel to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Zale. I definitely thought that walk was going to be way longer than it actually was. So thanks to all my classmates, too. An idiom I frequently heard used during my education for motivation is the light at the end of the tunnel. Organic chemistry, medical school applications and interviews, board exams, I diligently chased that flitting light in the distance. So imagine my shock and horror I come to find out that in medicine, there's no real ending. Rather, one tunnel promptly leads into the next. I am fairly certain that this epiphany came to me during my surgery rotation. And it's ironic that this is my story after Dr. Dicker gave great examples of her surgery experience. But anyway, Carl and I were tag teaming in the OR when an attending asked us to identify an organ in the abdomen. I kid you not, we named every possible organ except the correct one until we were given the hint, it holds food after you eat. It was the stomach. Moments like those keep you humble and remind you that there's always more to learn in this field. And for the record, neither of us are going into surgery, so you're all safe. Therefore, today is a day of celebration. Today marks the day where we stand in the light between two tunnels. The majority of us have spent the better part of a decade making the journey to this place. All of us will embark on our next journey tomorrow, or today, however, today, as newly minted doctors of medicine. As we stand here in the interim, I encourage all of us to look around at our peers, mentors, friends, and family, and take in this moment with reflection and gratitude. Let us not forget the hard work, passion, perseverance, and struggle that brought us here. 4 years ago, we were thrown into this arena together. We all came with different narratives holding us up. Former research assistants, camp counselors, accomplished musicians, ski instructors, recently graduated, and a long list of other activities and careers representative of more than 100 lives lived with intention. And as our conversations transition from one-liners about who we are and where we came from to our true selves, wonderful things were revealed. If I see you all cry, I'm going to start crying. We bore witness to weddings and engagements, beginnings and endings of relationships, the pregnancies and birth of children, personal and familial illnesses, loss and grief, lots of laughter, and on a more mundane daily occurrence, a shared experience of memorizing hundreds of PowerPoint slides together over the course of a week. We have survived everything life has thrown at us, despite the moments that have made us question ourselves, like, what is an ossicle? What exactly does chloride do? Do I have what it takes to dedicate my life to the care and healing of strangers? I cannot tell you what chloride does. But what I can say is that we all have what it takes to start our journey tomorrow and officially join the ranks of the men and women who have gone before us, taking care of the sick and vulnerable. And since I know without a doubt that each of us will go on to cure and console in our own way, I don't want to focus too long on the past experiences that have built our minds and hands to achieve what we have. What I do want to share with you are the things that I wish were written on a Post-it note that's forever stuck to our white coats and never out of sight. Never lack imagination. Our generation has been spoiled by the internet, relative stability, and endless possibility. Just as quickly as our careers begin tomorrow, they can quickly come to an end with apathy, ambivalence, and complacency. Hold on to our bike trips across the country, our hikes up foreign mountains, our midnight conversations, and the youthful but not naive belief that we can change the world. Always look for ways to reinvent the ordinary, boring, and least efficient. Embrace vulnerability. When the stakes are high, it's easiest to hide in a cloak of intellectualization and stoicism. I dare us all to face our careers with honesty and intimacy. While failures and mistakes undoubtedly await us, so do moments of grace, forgiveness, and candor. Seek the best answer. The learning curve for standardized tests was steep for me. It took a long time before I understood the concept and practice of choosing the best answer. Life is complex. At times, the best answer is hidden in gray areas and unknowns. And at other times, there is no right answer. However, it is the act of searching for the best answer that makes it a noble endeavor. During this search, our efforts will be lined with integrity, and it is this integrity that should guide our careers. Be creative. At times, the overwhelming experience of medical school can be likened to being on a sinking ship. In crisis, it is easiest to fall in line and be a follower. I have witnessed all of you rise to the occasion and be great despite uncertainty. I believe this comes from our unique experiences separate from medicine. Those resources that make us hardy and resilient can also be used to fuel the creativity our society needs in its physicians. There is a call for ingenious solutions. Drawing upon everything that makes us wholly different is what can propel the progress necessary for improved outcomes and real change in the lives of the people we serve. And lastly, always humanize the patient. Connection with others defines our existence. As physicians, many of our connections will challenge our fortitude, test the limits of our empathy, and override boundaries. One of the most remarkable transitions we made in the past 4 years was advancing from the classroom to the clinical setting. At times, the most helpful thing we could do as a medical student was to engage in a conversation with our patients. As we learned the intimate details of their lives, we were given the gifts of laughter, joy, sadness, and insight. Our responsibilities and role in patient care will soon drastically change. I encourage all of us to fight the good fight to personalize each patient encounter. The width of the lens with which we view the world has forever widened during the course of our medical education. Beyond the basic science and clinical pearls we have stowed away, I hope we can all summon memories of camaraderie and personal growth. May we create a place of respite forged by our own life lessons, and never falter from what we know to be honest and good. Once the blur of the beginning of our careers has settled, I hope we are able to remember the achievement that took place today. The space between two eras, with the backdrop of the Green Mountains, has never seemed so bright. Congratulations!
Thank you, Megan. Are you ready? It is now my great pleasure to invite the medical students in the class of 2016 to come forward to receive their hoods and diplomas. Dr. William Jeffries, Senior Associate Dean for Medical Education, will call each graduate to the platform. Dr. Zale will be joined by Dr. Tanya Birch, Associate Dean for Clinical Education for the hooding. Bill?
Thank you, and let me also extend my congratulations to our graduating seniors, and I'm sure all of your families and significant others are quite proud. I've received word that the ceremony is actually ahead of schedule, so I'm going to take this opportunity to recount some particularly poignant childhood memories. Oh, no? Okay, good. Good. What I'm going to do is call the student's name, and I'll have some significant things to say about it. Every year I admonish people not to applaud right after the name, and it never seems to work. So do what you'd like. Here. Our first graduate is Daniel Haddad. Daniel is a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society, president of the Student Council, and student marshal for this commencement. He is a graduate of Lafayette College and will begin residency in anesthesiology at Yale New Haven Hospital, New Haven, Connecticut. Congratulations, Daniel. Stephen James Belize. Stephen's a graduate of University of Massachusetts Amherst and will begin a residency in preliminary surgery at the University of Vermont Medical Center in Burlington. Sabrina Marie Bedell. Sabrina is a graduate of the University of California, Davis, and will begin a residency in obstetrics and gynecology at the University of Minnesota Medical Center in Minneapolis. She's being hooded by Dr. Ann Doherty, Assistant Professor of Obstetrics, Gynecology, and Reproductive Sciences here at UVM. The end. Nishan Maurice Bingham. Nishan is a graduate of the University of Chicago and will begin a residency in anesthesiology at the New York University School of Medicine in New York City. Jenna Lynn Bodmer. Jenna is a member of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and the Gold Humanism Honor Society. She is a graduate of Colorado State University and will begin a residency in pathology at the University of Colorado School of Medicine, Denver, in Aurora, Colorado. Samantha Boyd. Samantha is a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. She is a graduate of from Virginia Commonwealth University and will begin a residency in emergency medicine at the Stony Brook Teaching Hospital, Stony Brook, New York. Samantha, I'm not done. Samantha will be superseding to the rank of captain in the United States Air Force immediately following this ceremony. Sean Stephen McCarthy Bullis. Sean's a graduate of the University of Vermont and will begin a residency in internal medicine at the University of Vermont Medical Center here in Burlington. Adam O. Burgess. Adam is a graduate of the University of Vermont and will begin residency in emergency medicine at the Madigan Army Medical Center in Tacoma, Washington. He will be superseding to the rank of captain in the United States Army following the ceremony. Michael J. Capata. Michael is a graduate of the University of California, Davis, and will begin a residency in psychiatry at the Medical University of South Carolina in Charleston, South Carolina. Alejandro Antonio Castro. Alejandro is a graduate of Florida State University and will begin a residency in internal medicine at the University of Vermont Medical Center in Burlington. Alejandro is being hooded by Dr. Prema Menon, who is Assistant Professor of Medicine at UVM College of Medicine. Katja Elizabeth Chavez. Katja received the American Medical Association Foundation Minority Scholars Award. She's a graduate of Nova Southeastern University and Florida International University and will begin a residency in ophthalmology at Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio. Katja is being hooded by Dr. Robert Millay, who is a professor of surgery, and Dr. Janice Gallant, who is associate professor of radiology. Yun Kathy Chen. She received the John E. Mizunin, MD Award for Excellence in Anesthesiology, and she's a graduate of the University of Maryland, College Park. She will begin a residency in anesthesiology at the Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts. Priyanka Chilakamari. Priyanka received the Dr. Sanfri Lillystrom Award, the Dr. Bert Guterman Award, and the American Academy of Neurology Medical Student Prize for Excellence in Neurology. She's a graduate from Brandeis University and will begin a residency in neurology at the Yale New Haven Hospital in New Haven, Connecticut. Brandon Scott Childs. Brandon's a graduate from the University of Utah and will begin a residency in urology at the Leahy Clinic in Burlington, Massachusetts. Alex Richard Kaufman. Alex is a member of Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. He is a graduate from the University of Utah and will begin residency in radiation oncology at Loma Linda University in Loma Linda, California. Ian Matthew Crane. Ian received the Herbert Martin Sr. Award for Excellence in Neurology. He's a graduate from the University of California, San Diego, and will begin a residency in internal medicine at the University of Virginia in Charlottesville. Erin Christine Curtis. Erin is a member of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and received the William Sweetser Award for Excellence in Psychiatry. She's a graduate from Clark University and New York University and will begin a residency in psychiatry at the University of Vermont Medical Center here in Burlington. Angela Denise Doswell. Angela is a graduate of Johns Hopkins University and will begin a residency in pediatrics at Dartmouth-Hitchcock Medical Center in Lebanon, New Hampshire. Benjamin Philip Earle. Benjamin is a graduate from Stanford University and will begin a residency in pediatrics at Emory University School of Medicine in Atlanta, Georgia. Sarah Ann Ebert. Sarah is a member of Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society, recipient of the Henry and Phyllis Wasserman Scholarship 4+ Award, second prize, as well as the Radiology Achievement Award. She is a graduate of Brown University and will begin residency in diagnostic radiology at Mass General in Boston, Massachusetts. Bryce Laughlin Edwards. Bryce is a graduate from the University of Vermont and will begin residency in emergency medicine at Oregon Health and Science University in Portland, Oregon. Madeline Elizabeth Eels. Madeline graduated from the University of California, Los Angeles, and will begin a residency in obstetrics and gynecology at Maricopa Medical Center in Phoenix, Arizona. She's being hooded by Dr. Natalie Feldman, who is an assistant professor of obstetrics, gynecology, and reproductive sciences here in UVM. Catherine Michelle Evans. Catherine is a member of Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and the Gold Humanism Honor Society. She received the Charles T. Schechtman, MD Award, first place, and the Carby Award for Obstetrics Gynecology here at UVM. She is a graduate from Wheaton College and will begin a residency in obstetrics and gynecology at the University of Vermont Medical Center here in Burlington. Sarah Beth Fieber. Sarah is a graduate from Alacaster College and will begin a residency in anesthesiology at the Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center in Boston, Massachusetts. She's being hooded by Dr. Mitchell Narotsky, the Stanley S. Fieber Chair in Surgery. Nicholas Champney Field. Nicholas received the Mark H. Beers MD Award and the Stephen K. Uris Scholarship. He is a graduate from Wesleyan University and will begin a residency in neurological surgery at the Albany Medical Center in Albany, New York. Leah Hall Fox. Leah is a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society and received a Freeman Foundation Legacy Medical Scholarship. She is a graduate from Carleton College and will begin a residency in pediatrics at Maine Medical Center in Portland, Maine. Heather Gardner. Heather is a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society and is a graduate from Northeastern University and will begin a residency in pediatrics at the Oregon Health and Science University in Portland, Oregon. Gurpinder Singh Gill. He is a graduate from State University of New York at Plattsburgh and will begin a residency in internal medicine at the University of Vermont Medical Center here in Burlington. Gary Francis Gilman III. Gary is a graduate of St. Lawrence University and will begin a residency in primary medicine at the University of Vermont Medical Center in Burlington, Vermont. Grant Sargent Goodrich. Grant is a graduate from Clark University and will begin a residency in internal medicine at the State University of New York Health Science Center in Brooklyn, New York. Jean Goslin. Jean is a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society and received the Laura Weed MD Award for qualities of excellent service and commitment to internal medicine. She is a graduate from Pitzer College and will begin a residency in primary medicine at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center in Boston, Massachusetts. Shane McAndrew Green. Shane received the College of Medicine Summer Research Fellowship Merit Award and the Ellsworth Amadon Award for Outstanding Proficiency in Internal Medicine. He's a graduate from the University of Chicago and will begin a residency in internal medicine at Brown University Rhode Island Hospital in Providence, Rhode Island. Emily Hadley Strout. Emily is a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society and the Kurtzner Family Prize Award for Service to the Community and the Freeman Foundation Legacy Medical Scholarship. She's a graduate from the University of Vermont and will begin residency in primary medicine at the University of Vermont Medical Center. Douglas Lorenzo Handley. Douglas is a graduate from Weber State University and will begin a residency in diagnostic radiology at Aurora St. Luke's Medical Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Jennifer Day Hansen. Jennifer is a recipient of the Freeman Foundation Legacy Medical Scholarship. She's a graduate with a BA from Vassar College and Tufts University and will begin residency in family medicine, rural Central Maine Medical Center, Lewiston, Maine. Bishoy Haroon. Bishoy is a graduate. Bishoy is a graduate of California State University, Long Beach, and will begin a residency in internal medicine at Harbor UCLA Medical Center, Torrance, California. Bishoy is being hooded by Dr. Ellen Black, Assistant Professor of Neurological Sciences here at UVM. David Jacob Hermel. David's a graduate of the University of California, Los Angeles, and will begin residency in internal medicine at the University of Southern California, Los Angeles, California. Tara Marie Higgins. Tara is a recipient of the Freeman Foundation Legacy Medical Scholarship. She's a graduate of Bates College and will begin a residency in obstetrics and gynecology at Dartmouth-Hitchcock Medical Center in Lebanon, New Hampshire. She's being hooded by her father, Dr. Stephen Higgins. Cheng Wei Hung. Cheng's a graduate from the University of California, Berkeley, and will begin a residency in internal medicine at MPH Kaiser Permanente, Los Angeles, Pasadena, California. Solomon Ismail. Solomon is a member of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and received the Charles Sheckman MD Award, second place, the Society for Emergency Medicine Award, Excellence in Emergency Medicine, He is a graduate of College of William & Mary and will begin a residency in emergency medicine at Stony Brook Teaching Hospitals in Stony Brook. And Sullivan will also be superseding to the rank of captain in the United States Air Force following the ceremony. Anya Lipinski-Jokula. Anya received the Edward E. Friedman Award for promise of excellence in the practice of family medicine. She's a graduate of the University of Vermont and will begin a residency in family medicine at the Swedish Medical Center, Seattle, Washington. Anya is being hooded by her father, Dr. William Jokula, Associate Professor of Plant and Soil Science Emeritus at UVM. Emily Greer Jones. Emily received the Family Medicine John P. Fogarty, MD Leadership Award and the Lamb Fellowship Award for Best Exemplifying Concern for the Total Patient. She is a graduate of the University of Vermont and will begin residency in family medicine at the University of Vermont Medical Center. Christian Sanchez Jordan. Christian is a graduate of Johns Hopkins University and the University of Vermont and will begin a residency in dermatology at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, Cincinnati, Ohio. Matthew Robert Jordan. Matthew is a graduate from St. Michael's College and will begin a residency in emergency medicine at the Naval Medical Center in Portsmouth, Virginia. He will be superseding to the rank of lieutenant in the United States Navy following this ceremony. Herman Singh Kalsi. Herman's a graduate of Stony Brook University and will begin a residency in emergency medicine at the Washington Hospital Center in Washington, D.C. Sonam Ghanshyam Kapadia. He received the College of Medicine Summer Research Fellowship Merit Award and the Pilcher Award for representing the qualities of Eleanor and Louis Pilcher for devotion to family and patients. The John E. DeMules Surgical Research Prize. She is a graduate of the University of Southern California and will begin a residency in general surgery at the Harbor UCLA Medical Center, Torrance, California. She is being hooded. She's being hooded by Dr. Bruce Levitt, Professor of Surgery at the University of Vermont, and our Marshal. Hannah Linnea Lo Kavuchian. Hannah is a member of the Alpha Omega Honors Medical Society and the Gold Humanism Honors Society and received the Gordon Page MD Award for Excellence in Surgery. She's a graduate from Middlebury College and will begin residency in otolaryngology at the University of Kansas School of Medicine, Kansas City, Kansas. Carl Olav Christensen. Carl is the recipient of the David Babbitt MD Caring and Seeing Award. He is a graduate of Middlebury College and will begin a residency in anesthesiology at the Barnes Jewish Hospital in St. Louis, Missouri. Russell Paul Landry III. He's Russell received the College of Medicine Summer Research Fellowship Merit Award. He's a graduate from the Texas A&M University and will begin a residency in emergency medicine at the Louisiana State University School of Medicine in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Laura Marie Lazzarini. Laura is a member of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. She's a graduate of the University of California, Davis, and will be a resident in pediatrics at the University of Washington Affiliated Hospitals in Seattle, Washington. Matthew David Lecomte. Matthew received the Joseph B. Warshaw MD Scholarship Award for Scientific Excellence by an MD PhD student. He is a graduate from the University of Vermont and will begin a residency in diagnostic radiology at the University of Arizona College of Medicine in Tucson, Arizona. He's being hooded by his mother, Dr. Karen Lecomte, neurologist and the University of Vermont College of Medicine alumna. James George Levins IV. James is a member of Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. He received the Henry and Phyllis Wasserman Scholarship 4+ Award, first prize, and the Dr. and Mrs. Nathaniel Gould MD Prize for Outstanding Achievements in Orthopedic Surgery. He is a graduate of Middlebury College and will begin a residency in orthopedic surgery at the Brown University Rhode Island Hospital, Providence, in Rhode Island. He's being hooded by Dr. Bruce Benyon, the McClure Professor of Orthopedics and Rehabilitation at UVM College of Medicine. Matthew Lynn. Matthew graduated from Brown University and will begin his residency in pediatrics at the New York University School of Medicine, New York, New York. Marissa Chi Lu. Marissa is a graduate of the University of Puget Sound and Johns Hopkins University and will begin a residency in obstetrics and gynecology at the University of California Irvine Medical Center in Orange, California. She's being hooded by Dr. Elise Everett, Associate Professor of Obstetrics, Gynecology, and Reproductive Sciences at UVM College of Medicine. Dalasha Mahat. She's a graduate from Worcester Polytechnical Institute and will begin a residency in pediatrics at Tufts Medical Center in Boston, Massachusetts. Jen McCretis. Jen is a graduate of Smith College and Boston University and will begin a residency in pediatrics at the Oregon Health and Science University in Portland, Oregon. Jennifer's being hooded by Dr. Jean Silva, Assistant Professor of Neurological Sciences Emerita at UVM College of Medicine. Erica Knight Marden. Erica is a graduate of Pennsylvania State University and will begin a residency in combined adult-child psychiatry at the University of Vermont Medical Center in Burlington, Vermont. She's being hooded by her father, Dr. James Marden, a UVM alumnus and professor of biology at Penn State University. Elizabeth Breen May. Elizabeth received the David M. Tormey Award for perseverance in pursuit of medical education. She is a graduate of Cornell University and University of California, San Diego, and she will begin her residency in psychiatry at the New York University School of Medicine, New York, New York. Ian Michael McDaniels. Ian's a graduate of the University of Vermont and will begin residency in family medicine at the Utah Healthcare Institute, Salt Lake City, Utah. Caitlin Jennifer McFarland. In addition to her singing talents, she's a graduate from Roberts Wesleyan College and will begin a residency in psychiatry at the Johns Hopkins Hospital, Baltimore, Maryland. She's being hooded by Dr. Terry Rabinowitz, professor of psychiatry at University of Vermont College of Medicine. Nicholas Michael Monti. Nicholas is a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. He graduated from Northeastern University and will begin a residency in emergency medicine at the Bay State Medical Center in Springfield, Massachusetts. Brenton Edmund Daniel Nash. Brenton is a member of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Society and received the Henry and Phyllis Wasserman Scholarship 4+ Award, second prize, and he is a graduate from the University of South Florida and will begin a residency in neurology at Dartmouth-Hitchcock Medical Center in Lebanon, New Hampshire. Luke Allen Neal. Luke is a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. He is a graduate of the University of Vermont and will begin a residency in emergency medicine at the Northwestern McGaw Medical Center, Chicago, Illinois. John Harnish Nesbitt. John's a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society and received the Wellness Award. He is a graduate of Middlebury College and the University of British Columbia, and he will begin a residency in emergency medicine at the University of Connecticut School of Medicine in Farmington, Connecticut. He's being hooded by Gregory Connolly, Assistant Professor of Pediatrics, UVM College of Medicine. Bong Win. He received the Primary Care Scholarship. He is a graduate of the University of California, San Diego, and Loyola University of Chicago, and will begin a residency in internal medicine in Kaiser Permanente, San Francisco, California. Leah J. Novinger. Leah received the Howie Howe, MD Senior Student Award for Excellence in Surgery, the John E. DeMule Surgical Research Prize, second place. She is a graduate from Pennsylvania State University and UVM and will begin a residency in otolaryngology at the Indiana University School of Medicine in Indianapolis. Leah is being hooded by David Cragg, MD, the S.D. Ireland Family Professor of Surgical Oncology at UVM College of Medicine. Amanda Vance O'Meara. Amanda is a graduate of the University of Vermont and will begin a residency in obstetrics and gynecology at the University of Connecticut School of Medicine in Farmington. She's being hooded by Dr. Natalie Feldman, Assistant Professor of Obstetrics, Gynecology, and Reproductive Sciences at UVM College of Medicine. Angelina Palumbo. Angelina is a graduate of Loyola University in Maryland and will begin a residency in family medicine at Brown University Memorial Hospital in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Dwight Andrus Parker. Dwight received the Ralph D. Sussman Medical Alumni Award for Excellence in Pediatrics. He's a graduate of the University of Utah and will begin a residency in pediatrics at the University of Utah Affiliated Hospitals, Salt Lake City, Utah. Kelsey Elizabeth Preston. Kelsey is a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society and received the James E. DeMule's Surgical Research Prize, 3rd place. She is a graduate from the University of Vermont and will begin a residency in general surgery at Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital, Santa Barbara, California. Shravan Rao. Shravan is a graduate of the University of California, Davis, and will begin a residency in internal medicine at California Pacific Medical Center in San Francisco, California. Shravan's being hooded by Dr. Janice Gallant, Associate Professor of Radiology, UVM College of Medicine. Therese Marie Ray. Therese is a graduate of the University of Massachusetts Amherst and will begin a residency in family medicine at the University of Vermont Health Network Champlain Valley Physicians Hospital, Plattsburgh, New York. She's being hooded by Dr. Anya Koutros, Associate Professor of Family Medicine, and Dr. Kenneth Gross, Professor Emeritus Mathematics. Benjamin Raikanti. Benjamin is a graduate of the University of San Francisco and will begin a residency in anesthesiology at the University of Arizona College of Medicine in Tucson. He is being hooded by Dr. Laurie LeClaire, Associate Professor of Medicine, UVM College of Medicine. Jacob Reynolds. Jacob is a graduate of the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities, and will begin a residency in family medicine at the University of Minnesota, Mankato, Minnesota. Adam Michael Roberts. Adam is a graduate of the University of Vermont and will begin a residency in internal medicine at the Eisenhower Medical Center in Rancho Mirage, California. Michaela Rodriguez. Michaela is a graduate of Scripps College and will begin a residency in psychiatry at the Oregon Health and Science University in Portland, Oregon. Sarah Aviva Rosner. Sarah is a graduate of the State University of New York at Geneseo. What it says, and will begin a residency in psychiatry at the Montefiore Medical Center, Einstein Campus, Bronx, New York. Cordelia Yen Ross. Cordelia is a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society and received the Mildred A. Reardon, MD Award for service to the University of Vermont College of Medicine. She is a graduate of Middlebury College and Georgetown University and will begin a residency in pediatrics adult child psychiatry at the Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts. Cordelia is being hooded by Dr. Jim Hudziak, Professor of Psychiatry and the Thomas Achenbach Chair of Developmental Psychopathology at University of Vermont College of Medicine. Yes, we're done. Marima Ruhotina. Mary received the John V. Mack MD Robe Award. She is a graduate of Cornell University and will begin residency in obstetrics and gynecology at Brown University, Women and Infants Hospital in Providence, Rhode Island. She's being hooded by Dr. Elise Everett, Associate Professor of Obstetrics, Gynecology, and Reproductive Sciences, UVM College of Medicine. Kevin M. Psyche. Kevin is a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. He is a graduate from Westmont College and will begin residency in obstetrics and gynecology at the University of Washington Affiliated Hospitals, Seattle, Washington. Reiko Elena Sakai. Reiko received the Dean William Eustace Brown Award. She is a graduate of the University of Pennsylvania and will begin a residency in pediatrics at the University of Utah Affiliated Hospitals, Salt Lake City, Utah. She's being hooded by Dr. Andrea Green, Associate Professor of Pediatrics, University of Vermont College of Medicine. Fawn Tai Saligrama. Fawn received the Primary Care Scholarship. She is a graduate from the University of California, Berkeley, and the University of Vermont, and will begin a residency in internal medicine at the University of Arizona College of Medicine in Tucson, Arizona. Fawn is being hooded by Dr. Ralph Budd, University Distinguished Professor of Medicine. Mutlai Cyan. Mutlai received the B. Albert Ring MD Memorial Grant Award and the Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award from the students. He is a graduate of the University of Vermont and will begin a residency in radiation oncology at Rutgers Robert Wood Johnson Medical School in New Brunswick, New Jersey. He is being hooded by Dr. Ruth Hyman, Professor of Radiology, UVM College of Medicine. Daryl Jody Seelan. Daryl is a graduate from Wellesley College and will begin a residency in primary medicine at Brown University Hospital in Providence, Rhode Island. She's being hooded by Dr. Mark Passanen, Associate Professor of Medicine, UVM College of Medicine. Deborah Shamsian. Deborah's a graduate of the University of California, Los Angeles, and will begin a residency in pediatrics at the University of California Irvine Medical Center, Orange, California. Caitlin Shea. Caitlin's a graduate of the University of Vermont and will begin a residency in dermatology at the University of Vermont Medical Center in Burlington. Nicholas Rex Sinclair. Nicholas is a member of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and received the Charles T. Scheckman MD Award for Clinical Excellence, second place. He is a graduate of the University of California, Irvine, and will begin a residency in plastic surgery at the Cleveland Clinic Foundation in Cleveland, Ohio. Maya Sun. Maya is a graduate of the University of California, Los Angeles, and will begin a residency in psychiatry at the Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts. Alice Ringheim Stoddard. Alice is a graduate of Loyola University, Maryland, and will begin residency in internal medicine at Georgetown University Hospital, Washington, D.C. Alice is being hooded by Dr. Laurie LeClaire, Associate Professor of Medicine, UVM College of Medicine. Josephine Price Stout. Josephine is a graduate from Hobart and William Smith Colleges and will begin a residency in pediatrics at the University of Arizona College of Medicine in Tucson, Arizona. Daniel Francis Stratz. Daniel graduated with a BS from University of Rochester and will begin a residency in emergency medicine, Strong Memorial Hospital, University of Rochester, New York. Michael Sun. Michael is a member of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and the Gold Humanism Honor Society. He is a graduate of University of California, Los Angeles, and will begin a residency in orthopedic surgery at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, Los Angeles, California. Phildrich Gauthier. Phildrich received the Primary Care Scholarship. He is a graduate from the University of California, San Diego, and will begin residency in internal medicine, University of California, Riverside School of Medicine, Riverside, California. Raj Kiran Thakrar. Raj is a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society and received the Robert Larner MD 42 Student Award. He is a graduate from Johns Hopkins University and Georgetown University and will begin a residency in preliminary surgery at Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center, Lebanon, New Hampshire. Whitney Lee Thomas. Whitney is a graduate from Bates College and Boston University and will begin a residency in obstetrics and gynecology at St. Joseph Hospital, Denver, Colorado. Sarah Ann Thompson. Sarah is a member of Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society and is a graduate from St. Olaf College. She'll begin a residency in pediatrics at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Bethesda, Maryland, and will be superseding to the rank of captain in the United States Army immediately following this ceremony. William Lee Thompson III. William's a graduate of Castleton University and will begin a residency in obstetrics and gynecology at the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Bethesda. He's being hooded by Dr. Natalie Feldman, Assistant Professor of Obstetrics, Gynecology, and Reproductive Sciences at UVM. And William will be superseding to the rank of Captain in the United States Army immediately following the ceremony. Christopher Ting. Christopher is a graduate from Williams College and will begin a residency in internal medicine at Henry Ford Health System, Detroit, Michigan. He's being hooded by Dr. Shadin Eldakar Hein, Assistant Professor of Medicine, UVM College of Medicine. Christine Hong Tran. Christine's a graduate of Scripps College and Rutgers University, Newark, and will begin a residency in family medicine at the Kaiser Permanente Fontana facility in Fontana, California. Nancy Tran. Nancy's a graduate of the University of California, Berkeley, and will begin a residency in pediatrics at the Oregon Health and Sciences University, Portland, Oregon. Megan Wetzel. Megan is a member of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. She's a graduate of the University of Pittsburgh and will begin a residency in dermatology at the University of Louisville School of Medicine, Louisville, Kentucky. Cornelia Jean Willis. Cornelia is a graduate from State University of New York at Buffalo and will begin a residency in the transitional year at the Madigan Army Medical Center, Tacoma, Washington. Cornelia is superseding to the rank of captain in the United States Army immediately following this ceremony. Emily Yu Shu. Emily is a member of the Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. She is a graduate of the University of Pennsylvania and will begin a residency in anesthesiology at the Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you the UVM College of Medicine class of 2016.
Thank you, Dr. Jeffries. And now, the finale. I'd like to ask the faculty of the College of Medicine to stand and present our class. All members of the class of 2016, please rise. President Sullivan, the faculty of the College of Medicine, and I have the distinct pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree Doctor of Medicine and ask that you confer upon them the degree for which they are recommended.
Graduates of the class of 2016, through your successful efforts as certified by the recommendation of your dean, you have met the requirements of the College of Medicine and thus deserve to receive this hallmark from the University of Vermont. By the virtue vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Vermont, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Medicine. Congratulations!
Please remain standing. I'd like now to lead you through the oath, which is the recitation. Wrong medical lingo, huh? This is a statement that not only marks a new physician's entry to the ranks of medicine, but serves to remind all physicians of their commitment to the profession. The oath expresses the wisdom and ideals over centuries and centuries of physician practice. I ask the graduates and any other physicians among us who wish to renew their oath to please recite it with me. You will find a copy on the last page of your program. I swear to fulfill, to the best of my ability, this covenant. I will respect the scientific gains of those physicians and scientists in whose steps I will walk, and gladly share such knowledge as is mine with those who are to follow. I will remember that there is both an art and a science to medicine. I will pursue the expansion of my knowledge throughout my life for the benefit of my patients. I will practice medicine with conscience and dignity. I will respect the privacy of my patients and not judge them. I will prevent disease whenever I can, for prevention is preferable to cure. Most especially, I will tread with care in matters of life and death. If it be merely within my abilities to help ease suffering at the end of life, may I face this awesome responsibility with humility and an awareness of my own frailty. I vow always to act to preserve the finest traditions of my calling, and may I long experience the joy of healing those who seek my help. Congratulations to all of our graduates. Thank you for the contributions you have made to our school and our community. I have no doubt you'll go on to accomplish great things, and I have great excitement and anticipation of all that lies ahead for each of you. Now, I would like the Faculty Marshal, Dr. Bruce Levitt, to close our ceremony.
Thank you, Dean Morin. Thank you for joining us today. We invite you to continue the celebration with a reception in the Grand Maple Ballroom of the Dudley Davis Center. And in the Fireplace Lounge, we'll be holding a superseding ceremony to recommission our military graduates. The Davis Center is a short walk across campus, or shuttle buses are available at the front of Ira Allen Chapel. Following the exit of the faculty recessional, we would like all members of the class of 2016 to assemble promptly in front of the steps of Ira Allen for your official class photo, and ask everyone else to kindly move clear of the front steps so we may have our photo taken. I hereby declare these commencements proceeding closed.